Hi there, I'm Tom and welcome to a vlog. I have not done a vlog before, at least not on this channel. And the reason I'm doing a vlog is because YouTube just did something very interesting. And before I talk about that, I just want to apologise for the lack of content on my channel recently. I'm taking a bit of a hiatus while I sort out my life and my sleep schedule and blah-de-blah-de-blah. I'm sure you're very interested in that, but I will be back once I've built up a couple of weeks buffer and I'm ready to get back into recording full time again. Until then, I just wanted to do this quick update to kind of talk about what YouTube are doing. Now, I haven't really brought this up in any of my videos, but I'm a big critic of YouTube for several reasons. One of them being the fact that every time they make a small style change, they break some important feature like processing videos or thumbnails and something like that, but very odd, very odd. The other reason I'm critical of them is that gaming is the second biggest category on YouTube. It has been for a very long time. It is second only to the all-encompassing behemoth that is vlogs, and guess what YouTube doesn't recognize? Everything about YouTube is about the vloggers. They have all of their meetups all about vloggers, their Creator Academy is all about vloggers, their YouTube creators Twitter account, it will only feature vloggers. The help is all about vlogging. Everything YouTube does and every way it interacts with its public is all about the vloggers, because YouTube understands vlogging. That's where it started off, that's what made it big, and that's what they have experience in, so that's what they focus on. But it's really annoying being a gaming YouTuber. Apart from now when I'm a vlogger, but it's really very annoying being a gaming YouTuber and just feeling so very unsupported. And so we have this. Today a new, Twitter account was promoted by the other Twitter accounts called YouTube Gaming. This is a quick example of its feed, and as you can see, it looks like they're really going to try and focus on gaming. So you would expect I'd be happy about this, like absolutely ecstatic. And if you look at some of my tweets, yeah, not so much. Some of these are borderline mean. They're all meant in kind of good humour, but they're not exactly jumping out and saying, this is something I'm really excited about and I'm going to get really hyped and I'm really pleased they're doing this. And there's a reason for that. That reason being, I've had my heart broken too many times before. I have completely lost faith in major companies to do something in the right sort of way and to actually kind of do something properly. And I mean, even if you look at YouTube itself, or even Google itself, they launched Google Plus in a closed beta so that when you got onto it finally, none of your friends were there. They launched a social network in a state where you couldn't connect with your friends. Yes. That's why Google Plus failed, in my opinion. That's why it failed, because when you got on it, your friends weren't there, and why would you spend time somewhere on a social network that had no friends? And then when they integrated Google Plus into YouTube, it was a complete and utter mess. It was supposed to be a way of giving you more control over your community, it was supposed to be a way of giving you more ways to share content, it was supposed to do all sorts of things. The only thing it really did was allow you to have multiple channels, which they could have done without Google Plus, and it created an enormous amount of spam, which still isn't quite as clear as it used to be. Like, they've made measures and it's gotten better, but there are still reports of links getting through and like huge text posts with ASCII art and stuff, all of those can still get through and everything like that. So yeah, that was a mess. They introduced live streaming, which is a mess, and here's the thing, YouTube gaming is probably going to be largely about the streaming. And what they've said is, from this tweet here, new live stream featuring improved chat latency and moderation. That is a good thing. That is a very, very good thing. But they don't get points for that, because they should have done that from the start. They absolutely should have done it from the start, and it shouldn't have taken them this long to sort it out. Like, the chat moderation in YouTube live streams is a joke. I know several streamers who, if they even stream to YouTube, they will close down their chat and tell everyone to come over to Twitch. And that's because the moderation, yeah, you just had no control beyond what you could do to standard comments, which doesn't work in a live environment. So yeah, they're kind of relaunching YouTube live streams in a very game oriented way, and there's going to be channels, and there's going to be the ability to subscribe to particular channels, and there's going to be game categories, and each game will have its own page. Does this sound familiar to anyone? Yep, it's trying to be Twitch. And I don't think they're going to get anywhere by just copying Twitch, because Twitch is already doing it, and already has an audience, and there's nothing really anything new going on here. There is an official blog post. I won't read it all out, but something very interesting is high frame rate streaming and 60 FPS. Let's zoom in on that. Yep, there it is. Sounds good. I'm not going to say no to high frame rate streaming and 60 FPS, except I probably will. I have 15 megabits download bandwidth, which is fine for watching 30 FPS on YouTube after it's been compressed to hell and back by their processing. And it's fine for watching 60 FPS videos if no one else is doing anything online, but I don't think it would really stand up that well to 60 FPS streaming, and I don't think there's a huge amount of people, at least in the UK and probably in the US as well, because that's where it's launching primarily this summer. That's the first two territories. Yeah, I don't think there's a huge amount of people who's going to benefit from that. And even if they could, what streamer, like what part-time streamer, I'm sure the pros have high bandwidth upload and stuff like that, but what part-time streamer will be able to stream at 60 FPS? So it's kind of a big fancy thing, but I don't think it's going to be utilised that much. And even if it is, like, I've watched 60 FPS videos on YouTube, and they're not too impressive. The bitrate that YouTube compresses them into is just far too low, and it comes up with lots of artifacts, and I always prefer to watch at 30 FPS because you just get a much sharper picture to an extent. But you can't do that. If you have Chrome then and the videos in 60 FPS, it just forces you to watch it in that, and it's just a lesser experience, and that's what the live streams are going to be like. So yeah, those are some of my concerns, and that's kind of why I'm not getting quite hyped just yet. I want to get hyped, I really want this to work and to be a big, excellent thing. But I've had my heart broken too many times before. I'm just going to keep this as a cynical outlook for now, and if it turns out to be fantastic and amazing and phenomenal, then that is going to be excellent, and I'm going to make another video saying this is fantastic, this is something that everyone needs to use if you want to watch gaming content. The live streaming type stuff I probably won't get involved with because I've got 1 megabit upload, which is why I don't do Twitch or anything. It's just painfully slow, and I couldn't get away with doing anything like that. But yeah, for general video content, assuming that general video users can still upload to this and it's not just going to be streaming, yeah, I think it could be a good thing just to have everything in one place and to have a support team who actually understands gaming. That would be phenomenal. But yeah, I think that's just about everything I have. I will put some links down below, and yeah, every single one of these does something different. And of course the white one, which is meant to stand out, does that. Okay, I'm going to let you go and click them all yourself if you want to. That's pretty much everything I've got to say on the matter. Thank you very much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Until next time, don't feed the trolls.